be allowed on the exam. Make sure you put that down. Cold fronts, look for temperature gradients, look for wind patterns. Warm fronts, look for precipitation. Stationary fronts, you can look at winds. Conclusions, you're going to find east of the Mississippi. Let's see. There will be no mediograms on the test.
Oh, no,
So you don't have to worry about
that was
those.
easy, come
That's why they're not going to be on there.
on.
Anybody have any questions on the mediograms? Most part means air masses. Actually, number 2. What type of air mass is influencing Missouri and why? It's maritime tropical. Why is it maritime tropical?
Because the dew points are a little bit higher. They're close to getting that real moisture there.
It's warm, it's moist, and where are the winds coming from? The Gulf. So you have an air mass that originated over the Gulf that's moving north. Where's the warm front? North or south of Missouri? North. So that means Missouri is still sitting in the maritime tropical air mass. Montana.
Maritime polar.
Why maritime polar?
Because there's a lot of moisture. A lot of moisture up there.
Temperature dew point are relatively close. Is there precip? Yes. So obviously there's some moisture associated with your air mass. What direction are your winds coming from? Northwest, so they're obviously originating in Canada, so it's going to be some sort of polar front. Since there's moisture associated with it, it's going to be one maritime polar. Michigan. Continental polar. Why? It's cold, relatively dry, there's a decent temperature dew point spread. Winds are relatively weak. They're not necessarily coming from all the same direction, but because it's cold, dry, the rest of it is a continental polar. Right? Any questions on your mass identification? Any other questions on Lab 11? Let's see, Lab 12. I think everybody has pretty much learned how to plot a skew T, which is good because you'll see one of those on the file. Find the LCL. I think.
There's, I know. I swear it wasn't. I got it ready.
If I plot the first level, what it does then. How do you find the LCL?
I knew that.
You run, you know what? You take your starting point when you went there, and you're trying to
Start with your temperature. You're going to parallel the what? Dry adiabat lines. So, which are the dry adiabats? The ones that slope up to the left, so we take this.
The red ones?
Like that. Then what?
Here.
2 points and then parallel to what?
Saturation or mixing ratio.
Mixing ratio, yes. There's your LCL. So that's roughly 925. Does everybody understand how to find the LCL? Yes, everybody understands this. What's the LCL? Eight.
840. 840.
Somewhere in the 800s.
800, 850.
This,
840.
roughly 840, somewhere in there. Right? Everybody got how to find the LCL. Very straightforward. Make sure you know your different lines, your drying events and your mixing ratio lines. Those are what you need to know to find it. What happens if I want to raise that parcel up to 500 millibars? How do I do it? At this point, your parcel is saturated, right? So now you're going to follow your moist adiabats to 500. Which ones are the moist adiabats? Kind of like that. 500. What's the temperature of parcel at 500? -5. Everybody understand how to do that? Take a parcel, find your LCL, and raise it up to 500.
It looks like temperature and mixing ratio, is that the same? Is that what you're saying? Did you follow?
Temperature lines?
Yeah,
Oh, it looks like you did.
These are your mixing ratio lines.
okay. It looked like you followed the temperature line on when you're going
Here
up.
they're parallel, almost parallel.
Okay.
Can you
They're a
repeat
little.
I just want to make sure I'm following the right line. There. Oh, okay.
See, you're standing right next to it.
Yeah.
So, put something right in there. Sorry about
Okay.
that.
Can you repeat how we
How do you find what?
the line?
LI or the LCL?
Lifting in this?
Lifting the next we haven't gotten to yet.
Since you're looking for it.
So make sure everybody understands this. So everybody knows how to find the LCL now. Everybody knows how to take a parcel, and regardless of where you are, you should be able to raise it up to 500 millibars. So take a parcel starting at the surface, find your LCL, take that LCL, and follow the moist adiabats to 500.
Are we always going to follow the moist adiabats, or?
From the LCL, you will always follow the moist adiabats, because at the, what is the LCL? Lifting condensation level, but what is it physically? Where your cloud base is. You've got cloud base, that means you're saturated, your parcel's saturated. Which means you're no longer dry, so you have to follow the moist adiabats. Right? Everybody understand that? Everybody got that down?